The phone lot method, where you buy a phone lot and hope for the best, that there's a couple of phones that have some value, that'll cover your expenses and potentially make you some profit. Is it worth it, or is it too much of a risk? It's 2 or 3 phone guys back again with another video. I'm about to teach you guys about this method. Let's get straight into it. So if you've never done this method before, or you're trying to just find another side hustle in this phone game, right off the bat I'm about to tell you, you are going to need some time with this. It's not something you can just do really fast, because if you buy these phone lots, you are going to do your research. You know what I'm saying? You are going to have to test them when they arrive. If you get a big phone lot, that's definitely gonna take a lot of time. That's actually how I got into this game. I bought a phone lot. I remember it was a couple of phones, iPhones, newer iPhones. They were all iCloud locked though. I'll say I probably spent $200. I didn't know, honestly. It's kind of just, I took a risk because I didn't know too much about it. I was like, okay, look, there's a bunch of phones, I'll just see what happens. It took a while to get to me, but I remember, like I said, I spent $200, and one of the phones in there was probably like iPhone 12 Pro or something like that, or like iPhone 12 at the time, and I sold it for like $250. So that alone right there covered what I paid for all the phones, and anything after that was probably just straight profit. And I ended up making probably $500 to $600 profit off of everything, which was a really good lot. For my first lot, I didn't really do too much research. I said, F it, and just went into it. It was a really good lot, but that was a one-time thing, because that really does not happen a lot. That was probably like a miracle. If you find a lot, definitely go for it. But you are definitely not going to be getting those every single time. So let me show you an example of where I would go. So you would go to Mercari or even eBay. So the whole goal with this is you are going to want to find people who don't know much about phones, which honestly I would rather do Mercari, because these are more local people. They're not really big sellers who sell a lot of phone lots, because on eBay there are people who just sell straight phone lots. I sell a couple of phone lots sometimes. I don't really do too much, but let's stick to Mercari. And if you can't find anything on Mercari, hey, we'll give it a shot on eBay. So I got a couple searches, but what I would do, just go in here and search phone lot. And I try to stick with iPhones. There's definitely money to be made with Androids, but like I said, I don't really have too much time for that. Maybe if they're newer, Samsung Galaxy, sure, maybe, but there's definitely money to be made with even older phones, stuff like that, but I don't know too much about that. Let's look. You are gonna have to filter, sometimes they give you cases and just random stuff. Or let's look at this. It's actually sold. These $200. This looks, just right off the picture, to me it's screaming profit. You know what I'm saying? Even though they're cracked, let's say all of them are iCloud lock, right? They want $200. Let's say, what are these? These look like some newer phones. I'm not quite sure. Maybe 12 Pros, 13 Pros, whatever. Even if they're iCloud lock, even though they're cracked, let's just say $50 a piece, right? 50, that's $200 right there. You feel me? Straight back. I'll cover all your expenses that you paid, what you paid for the lot, and then everything after that is straight profit. Honestly, I would have copped this if I saw this. 17 phones, right? They're selling as is, and you gotta think about it. When you get these phones, if you really want to try get the honestly, if you really wanted to, you get this phone lot, right, for $200. You go back on eBay and try to sell it for $300-400 if you want to do a quick flip. People will definitely buy this. That's one way you could do. Or if you really want to take your time, test them all. But I would definitely assume when you buy these lots to work. They might be dead, iCloud log, blacklisted, just so you know. You know what I'm saying? Let's be conservative, right? If we sold them $25 a pop, so let's see, let's just be conservative on that end. And 25, there's 17 phones. I think they're all iPhones. There's a couple. I think there's a couple Samsungs maybe, but 25. Let's be conservative. 25 times 17, 425. Let's maybe round that down to 325. You know, after fee, shipping, all that stuff with eBay. If you are gonna sell on eBay, which I definitely would, because trying to sell these in person for parts, I personally wouldn't do that. You could try, but I don't know how that would turn out. You know, so let's say 350. You still make profit. You know, if you bought it for 200. $12 shipping, then taxes, probably 230, 240. You definitely make $100 profit. That's profit. You know, profit is profit. That's like 50%. Might take you a little bit, but $100 if you're doing a side hustle is definitely a cool little, cool little amount. And like I said, that's just being conservative. Imagine if some of them turn on. Maybe you get one that is an iCloud lock or works fine. That's money to be made. So. It really depends. That will definitely be something I would take a risk on. But you definitely can't just be buying anything. Let me see if I can find an example. So I didn't find this. Actually caught my attention when I was going through this. Actually, I bought this. I'm tweaking. I actually bought this. That's what threw me off. So I did buy this a while ago, and I bought it specifically for this right here, because they said it was, I think, S22. Yeah, they said it was S22, was actually S21. But I actually ended up buying this for $40. Well, no, I'm not buying. I ended up selling it for $40 on eBay. So right there, I think I spent 100 around that after fees. After taxes and everything, probably $100, right? So sold this for 40. Well, that's already 40% of what I paid for, and I ended up selling this one and this other Samsung, and then one more that it had sitting around for like $60. So right there, I got my money back. And then everything else, all these Androids, I probably ended up getting $40 for them. So right there is $40 profit. And if I remember, this phone right here, it worked, and I sold it for like around 40. So I spent around $100 and I made $80 profit. That's 80%. You know what I'm saying? It didn't take me too long, because I was really just aiming for. I really just tested these Samsungs and the iPhones, especially the newer ones like the 8. But this is the whole reason I bought this. And I still got some of the items, but I made my profit already on it. $80 when I spent 100. It's definitely not a bad deal. If you are just want to try it out, something I would definitely do. But you're not always gonna win, so you gotta get that on your mind. You're not always gonna win. Like this, they want $33 plus $10, and it probably end up to 50, right? This is definitely something I would stay away from. Because there's really no use for it. This iPhone's broken. These are all older phones. They really don't go for much either way, and these random phones, they are not worth anything. So I'll definitely stay away from that. But who knows, maybe some person will buy them for a crazy amount of money. It's definitely unlikely, but it'll definitely save you some time, because you might lose some money or break. You may break even, and there's really no point to that. You want to make money. You're in here to make money. Let's see this lot. Yeah, I would stay away from this. They want 80, probably $100. The only phone I could see is this one right here, is maybe a 7, I think. Everything else, not really, and it's cracked, so you might make a little bit of money, but I would stay away from it for sure. Just to save me time. Maybe if you want to take a gamble at it, or if you know anyone, maybe you got some connects that some people just buy phones. But for me, where I like to just get quantity over quality, just want to keep going, that will definitely take too much time and effort for me. Let me find one last good one if I can. And you remember, guys, you gotta negotiate. If you are gonna try buying these, you definitely are going to have to negotiate, because some of these prices these people have are crazy. Let's see, what's this? I don't know now. Let's go. What else is there? So this one right here is actually a bunch of iPhone 4s and 4S's. So 20 bucks plus 10, I'll say probably 35, 40 bucks, right? So with that, let's say you get, let's just say 40, right? 40 times 24. You'll buy a phone for $1.66 a piece. So, and they might, he said that they didn't test them. So this might, if, like I said, if you really had the time and you wanted to see if they worked, because the thing is, I'm pretty sure with these older phones, you could get rid of the Apple ID if you just reset the phone. I might not be too sure, but I just know these phones are a little bit different with the iCloud. So let's say even if there's an account, you could just reset it. Plus these phones are old, so I'm pretty sure, you know, they would be able to work. But let's just say you want to sell each of them for parts, right? So iPhone, let's just say 4. You get an iPhone 4 for parts. You go down here. Where is it? Go to condition. Go to put 4 parts, and go to sold items. Let's see. So right here, right? I could definitely say you could definitely get $5 for it somewhere on eBay, you know, or anywhere else. $5, people would, you know, Apple is a big brand. People over the world definitely, there's someone that will definitely buy the phone off of you. So this one is right here. It says iCloud locked. It stays on Apple logo, so it pretty much is not working. Pretty much useless, you know. They sold it for $5 plus $7 shipping. So let's just say after fees and shipping, you made $5, right? And they say they're all in the same condition. Maybe some of them were iPhone 4S, so you might be able to get a couple more dollars. But let's just say, right, $5 times 24. That's $120. You pay $40. You made $80. I mean, you made 80 bucks profit. I'm saying definitely over 100%. So this definitely take a little bit of time if you went that route. But the whole thing with this method is if you have time or not. You know, if you have time and you're willing to, you know, put the effort in, go ahead. It's up to you at the end of the day if you think it's worth it or not. There's definitely money to be made in selling phone lots. You know, just reselling phone lots. If you just bought it and resold it, even for 20 bucks, you know what I'm saying? You bought it for 40, made 20 bucks. It's 50% right there. It's just whatever you feel is the best. And, you know, if you really want to put that much effort, go ahead. But yeah, guys, been 2 or 3 phones. It's definitely a decision for you guys to make if you guys think it's worth it or not. I personally definitely think it's worth it. But in the way I sell phones right now, I don't have time for it, you know. If you guys want to, I'll definitely make a video of me showing you how, you know, me buying lots and try it for a week and see how much profit I make. If that's something you guys are interested in, just to show you guys that there's definitely money to be made. But not all of them are big winners, you know. So like I said, guys, 2 or 3 phones. I appreciate you guys. Leave some comments, likes. I'll be back with some more videos, and we'll go from there.